Greetings, dear ones. How pleased we are to be in your presence today. We honor you for your caring hearts, your consistency, your courage, and your success in reaching this moment in time, for it is far more exciting and pivotal than you may realize. We understand the journey has been arduous for most of you, particularly over the past 2 years of your linear time. You have been clearing, releasing, healing, receiving, and integrating in a non-stop manner as you leave the first phase of your incarnation behind in preparation of stepping fully into the new. It has been a life review in every sense of the word, and now you are poised to begin anew in the next exciting phase of your incarnation. On a soul level, there has been much excitement about this. The serious demeanor so many lightworkers have had has been due to being present on your or other planets when a great shift of consciousness has been attempted and failed. You came onto the planet because you had so much faith in humanity that it could succeed this time, but you were not going to drop your guard for a moment. You were dedicated to your soul mission, and due to this may have felt quite isolated from others, misunderstood, and feeling like you have been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. There was no time for nonsense or frivolity, as your dedication to your mission came first and foremost. The wonderful news is the shift is well underway. Might we say it is a runaway train at this point? It is occurring and has gathered so much momentum that it will not be stalled. This is the first of the profound shifts that have occurred we wish to speak of. The fact that critical mass has been achieved marks a release from your old service roles that felt very much like martyred service into a new, far lighter and more joyful service that serves the whole, including the one being of service. It is time to open to the joys of being in the body and some of the lighter, fun aspects that are available to you. And let us tell you, your inner children are beyond excited to play more of a pivotal role in your experience on the planet. Their expertise is fun and presence, and they've been waiting a long time to be consulted. You will be operating without the heaviness of your to-do list since your main goals in the first phase of your incarnation have been met. This can be disconcerting to you as your service contract has been leading the way. It is no longer about what you have to do in order to be successful, but rather about how you wish to express yourself moving forward. It is about creating as you go, forging new paths, and finding value in experience rather than the old models of good or bad, right or wrong, success or failure. One of the hardest things for enlightening human beings to wrap their brains around is that your beingness is your service. It is also difficult to release the reins of service you have carried on your own and begin to willingly receive help. It is shifting from the solitary path to a much more unified path, and that is the next thing we wish to explain to you. 2022 marks the beginning of a next phase of your evolutionary process. This is one of the most pivotal changes you will ever see in your lifetime, for it marks the end of the solitude of the ones into the connection and the community of the twos. You understand that through a year of your time you pass through many gateways. You recognize these as the Lion's Gate 8-8, for example, or the 11-11. What most of you have not realized is that it is a smaller version of a larger system you are part of. For the past 22 years or so, you have been under the influence of the ones. You recognize the 11-11 as an awakening code. It is the beginning of the journey. It is a path of solitary exploration as you stepped out of the density of 3D and started seeking on your enlightenment journey. There have been many discoveries made along the way. In fact, we would say that the shift you are so successfully participating in has been due to a wondrous army of souls waking up and shining their light one brave soul at a time. You have fumbled through the darkness to your own light within, making the most amazing discoveries both internally and externally. It is due to the work of this collective that you are now stepping into the power of the twos, with the number 2 becoming your guiding light, just as the ones were over the past 22 years. This marks the end of the solitary journey. This means that you will be coming together. There will be many soul reunions and communities forming. Kindred souls will be seeking each other out and shifting into joyful, supported service, so no one will ever have to carry the weight alone ever again. The focus will be on allowing your beingness to lead the way and drawing to you those who can see and honor you in that space. This means you will start to experience 5D bonding through your collective preference and beingness rather than the old 3D bonding, which was predominantly focused on what was wrong. Family, connection, and partnership will be the focus as you are now ready to reunite. You have gone as far as you could possibly go on the solitary path, and now it is time to come out of the cave and join with others in a way that is safe, supportive, and joyful. If the ones were part of awakening codes, you might consider 2s as part of the reconnecting codes. We cannot stress enough how incredibly pivotal this grand shift from the solitary 1 energy to the partnership 2 energy is. Be ready to start to see repeating 2s replacing the ones that have been guiding your path. And of course, repeating numbers of all sorts will speak to you in perfect timing too, as one of the many ways we like to wink at you. This next phase is about allowing yourself to be who you really are and allowing your authenticity to lead the way. There are no other options really, for anything else simply will not be supported. Yours is the path of personal embodiment and empowerment. Because of this, you are assisting with the anchoring of the new power structures that serve the whole. The old ways of power will continue to crumble, in some ways most spectacularly, and will be replaced with systems that serve the many rather than the few. And you realize that as you step into your own power in a way that is mindful and wise, you assist the shift from power to empowerment. Again, no small feat, but you have arrived in the space where this is now truly possible. Just as your personal light created a wave of light that has been driving the shift, your collective empowerment creates a new wave of leadership that focuses on the core values of transparency, truth, integrity, and unity consciousness. As many of you step into the energies of 2022 and have fully released the first phase of your incarnation, you may have gifts show up for you that feel familiar to you. The reason for this is many of you will be picking up old skills that you used well in other life expressions and taking them to entirely new levels that are now possible in the new energies. You are releasing the glass ceiling of your previously well-lived life expressions to reach even greater heights and discoveries. This is why so many of you have been feeling so anxious to get moving beyond the slower reviewing energies of the past 2 years. That anxiety, in many cases, is simply your soul's excitement over where you are going. You will find the next wave of awakening humans will move much more quickly. This is thanks to the trail you have blazed before them. Many of you will change your service offerings, creating vacancies for the next wave to fill. Some of you may even move into a spiritual retirement of sorts, simply allowing your beingness to be your service. And let us assure you that is more than enough, as you are powerful leaders by example, and your energetics serve the whole. And for those of you who have been dedicated to anchoring and serving the grids through your energetics, but yearning to be released from that role and move somewhere new, many of you will find yourself moving to new locales that will feel far more energetically supportive to you. Again, the solitary heavy lifting is over as the next awakening wave step forward into those service roles. One of the things that has been disconcerting to many is the emergence of so many vast and varied conspiracy theories. What we want you to understand is this is actually a sign of expansion and that masses of people are waking up. It indicates that people are starting to question beyond the 3D reality right in front of them, and that is a positive thing. They are beginning to explore many different potentials and possibilities. This is leading people to develop the skill of discernment. And let us assure you that any conspiracy theory that is not based on truth or empowerment will ultimately show itself to have many holes in it, holes that will only get bigger and bigger until the believers realize it is not taking them where they wish to go. This can be a difficult realization, but it is a necessary one in the honing of discernment. It can also be a pivotal step in people discovering their own truth and wisdom. One of the most important things you can do as you enter into the energies of the new is to create a space of safety and understanding that allows others to change their minds. Many have been very vocal and emotionally invested in their beliefs, and the realization that those beliefs do not serve them can be very painful and deeply triggering. It is also important to allow your own truths to shift along with your own evolution. The unfoldment of everyone's journey has been the continual replacement of old beliefs with new ones. Hold the energy of grace for those who may be feeling disillusioned and are struggling to find new beliefs that better match them and where they truly wish to go. This is a part of evolution you all go through. Be kind and gentle with others as they go through that process of discovery, as it can be a difficult yet necessary part of the journey. Your understanding and compassion can make all the difference in the world to someone who is in the throes of trying to find their own truth. You have earned where you have arrived, dear ones. Now is not the time to be tentative. Own your energetics. Own your attainment. Embody the energies of peace and love, and know that you serve the planet by being the anchor of your preferences. This is the power of being the change. Allow your mastery to lead the way. Claim your truth and create as you go. You are ready to fully assume the role of empowered co-creator, and the sky is the limit. Stay grounded in your truth, for that is your pillar of your soul's attainment, and create from there, for these are the exact times you couldn't wait to experience. There is a time for healing, and there is a time to allow yourself to be healed. If you are using the divine combination of surrender, faith, flow, and trust, you are not going to miss anything. If something needs your attention, it will come into your awareness, you will attend to it, and then get right back into the flow. It is time to release the habit of being in troubleshooting mode with yourselves all the time, into simply allowing yourself to be secure in the knowledge that is more than enough. Speaking of the divine combination, you are entering times that will have periods of accelerated forward movement and manifestation. Enlightening human beings can find superflow as challenging as long lulls, perhaps even more so. Please know that your flow is customized to serve you in all ways. Stay in your faith and trust, and simply make your highest choice one now moment at a time, and you will navigate these energies just fine. There is always some energetic overlapping from one phase into another, but you are now in energies where you can make some truly spectacular changes on your planet, and we cannot wait to see what you will create moving forward. The key here is allowing your beingness to lead the way, and knowing that is more than enough. Be willing to receive the help, the money, and the support that has always been there for you, and you will finally start to truly enjoy the fruits of your labor. The time of separation is over, and it is now time for you to connect with your own divinity, your own capability, your own truest, authentic self, and lead from that space of embodiment and wisdom. As the way-showers evolve beyond the old habit of holding themselves separate and shouldering the burden alone, the separation you see on your planet will also heal. There will be many voices with many opinions, as this is normal during times of transformation, but the collective agrees on the overarching desires that are prevalent on your planet, which is the desire for health, peace, freedom, and safe connection. You just have different ideas on how to get there. What matters most is you connecting to your own ever-evolving truth and allowing that unfoldment to lead the way. You have worked hard to find your way back to your true essence. It is time to trust that your beingness is more than enough. There will be times of intensity. This is to be expected during times of profound change. But if you stay grounded and remember to use your tools and your inner guidance, you will navigate the energies much more adeptly than ever before, because it is a skill you have been honing for quite some time. There will also be pockets of great joy, of pure presence and wonder. We advise you to embrace all of it. We are in awe of all you have done and all you will continue to do, and we celebrate with you that you have arrived in this space of pure potential. You amaze us every single day with what you have accomplished, and we cannot wait to see what you will create as you pioneer into the new, one glorious, authentic step at a time.